Welcome to my video. I'm going to show you how you can use Adobe Illustrator to create a design that will get cut out of thin plywood that you can put on the top of your lamp. So you want to start by going to the Shared With Me folder on Google Drive and finding your period, whichever one you're in, and you're going to go and look at all the files and find the one that's called the Lamp Top Template, and I should be the owner of that. And what you're going to want to do is download that to your computer. So I'm going to do that by right-clicking, going to Download, and that'll go in my Downloads folder. And you can open it up. You can find it there. Mine automatically opened up. But if you don't know where it is, then what you can do is go into, I'll start this over so you can see. You go into New, you go into Open, and then your Downloads, you find it, it's the Lamp Top Template. And this is the shape that should fit into the top frames of your lamp. And this is the area that you have to work with for the cutout. So you're going to need a SVG vector graphic to import. I've already gone to find mine on OpenClipArt. You can see it right there. I downloaded this as an SVG file just like you did before. And now I'm ready to import that into Adobe Illustrator. So I'm going to start by clicking Place and then finding where I saved that. It's in Downloads and it's this file, and there it is. When I move it, you can see it's a little bit too big for this. It goes outside of this border, so I'm going to want to resize that so it fits inside. I'm going to do that by changing the numbers up here for the width and the height. So I want to make sure they stay together, so I'm going to click on this chain so that they stay constrained to each other. And then I'm going to delete everything, and I'm just going to change this value. Now, I don't want to go any more than 4 inches, so I'm going to try 4 and then see how that looks. This is not bad. Now, if I want to make sure that it's centered, what I can do is figure out where the center of this shape is. I can see the center is set here. That's the reference point, is the center. And the x is 2.85 and the y is negative 2.85. Well, if I want this shape to have the exact same center, I click on it, and then I'm going to set these to those same amounts. I have to remember what they were. 2.85, negative 2.85. Now I know that those have the exact same center, so that'll look balanced. That, 2.85, y, negative 2.85, and this one, same. All right, now I have to change the fill and the stroke. I'm going to use this color panel over here. You can click on that palette to get that opened up. I'll start with this one, this full square. This is the fill. I want it to be none. So I click that and it goes to none. I'm going to click the square underneath. That'll bring the stroke forward. That's the outline. And I want that one to be all red. I'm going to turn red all the way up, green and blue down to 0, so 25500. So the color is set correct. And then I want to change the stroke to as small as I can, which is 0.001. And I'm going to type IN for inches. You might have this set to points. And when you press enter, it'll change the number to something like 0.07 pt. That'll be okay. It's the same size, it's just using different dimensions. Instead of inches, it's using points, but it's the smallest we can get it, so the laser interprets that as cutting data. So this all looks good. This is going to make a nice little cutout of this, and that'll show on the ceiling when the lamp's on. But there's one more thing we want to do. We want the laser to go over each one of these red lines twice. And so to do that, what we're going to do is just copy and paste these vectors on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is click and drag to select all of those. And you can see everything selected. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it. So I go to Edit, Copy, or Command C. And then I'm going to go to paste in front. And what that'll do is it'll paste the vectors exactly on top of the vectors that are already there, and there'll be 2 copies of them. So then the laser will go over each of these lines twice, and that will ensure that it cuts all the way through the wood. So now when I'm finished with that, I'm going to save it. I'll go to Save As so I can change the name. Probably put my name on there or my initials, and it's not a template anymore, so I'll change the name to just JG Laptop. And notice I'm saving in the download, so I hit Save, I hit OK here. Then I'm going to go back to the Google Drive. I'm going to upload that file, so I go to File, Upload. Now I find that, I saved it in Downloads, there it is. That'll upload, then through the cloud. That file will be on the laser engraver computer, and then I can go ahead and use the laser engraver with that file to cut out the wood.